Kale Show. Rob Sanders.
His own mother slapped the stork that delivered him.
And Kale Hall.
He doesn't deserve to be in this business. He deserves to have been blackballed.
The Rob and Kale podcast.
And welcome into the Rob and Kale podcast. I'm Rob Sanders. Tonight, if you talk to Georgia fans, we should be mourning their season going to shit, and we haven't even hit Labor Day yet.
Oh, boy, it's a great day to be alive, isn't it?
I have to welcome in my co-host.
I want to be on
the man in the upstate.
I want to be on their side, but my God, they make it fucking hard. They really do.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
they do. I'm like I'm like quasi on their side, but like I'm not telling a whole lot of people outside of the realm of college football about it. Which like people that I know that don't, watch the sport is like my mama and my grandma. Well, that's about it.
Well,
so
I think that I've got some stuff that might help the Georgia fans a little bit. And this is just a little research I did. But, I mean, they do have Kirby Smart.
Kirby Smart's an idiot. Kirby Smart's an idiot.
Oh, well, my bad. I forgot Kirby Smart's an idiot. Thank you for that, Megan. Anyway,
everyone
we
over
have a lot
on
of
the
stuff.
YouTube chat room, if you're in the room, please hit the thumbs up. It helps us out greatly. I do appreciate it. Man, if we could get to the number of individuals we had watching the other night, Rob, wouldn't that be something to pull a double deuce off with the
a double deuce, and then we can, once we get 100 people in here, we can just tell them the same thing.
Kirby Smart's an idiot. Kirby Smart's an idiot.
Yeah, Kirby Smart's an idiot.
It was crazy because I think the most that we'd ever had before was like 50. And we're like,
yeah,
we want to shoot for the stars, see how many we can get. And it's like all of a sudden, boom, like hit 100. We're like, what? Man, that was like, we grew too fast. Well, we didn't grow too fast. We're excited about it. And don't get me wrong, we're enjoying all that. But, man, it was just, that was surreal. The Carolina Jackpot on a Sunday night, too, on the Lord's Day or the Lord's evening. To hit digits, I was extremely excited. Hello, Clemson is your daddy, Blake Robinson. We was trending. That's what he said. Must not be trending tonight because we only about 27.
Kirby Smart's an idiot.
That is my favorite clip. I'm gonna wear that clip out, Jackpot. I am wearing that clip out. I'm serious.
Oh, no. Can I tell you about the cameo that you sent me today, or you want to keep that private? It ain't dirty. It's not dirty or nothing, huh?
No, he sent it to me too. It was actually pretty good. I like it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
By the way, Eric with a good comment there. He's surprised Uncle Lou hasn't made a video yet about these injuries. I await that video. Apparently, Megan's upset that when I use his own words against him, he doesn't like that. Doesn't like that at all.
He got a cameo from Jim Cornette. What was that? Was that for your birthday? Or 44th birthday? That was awesome. I don't know who got that for you, but I mean, it had to cost a pretty penny. But he answered a question you had for him. I thought that was pretty damn cool.
It was very, very cool. I want to get Jim Cornette to, I'll pay him to do the cameo where he just says, welcome to the Rob and Kale Show. Here's two fat bastards from South Carolina that are going to talk to you about football.
Here's two redneck East Tennessee mud fucking Tennessee fucking chicken fucking fucks. They're going to tell you about football. Thank you.
And by the way, hey,
Kirby Smart's an idiot.
Yeah, if I can get him to say that, that would make me very, very happy. Anyway, we're going to get into that this evening. Before we get into all of that, though, Jackpot, you are wearing a Hawaiian shirt, sir. Are you going to be like banging some coconuts together and making us something? What's the deal here, my friend?
Possibly. I may be pulling a Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Actually, this shirt, I've got this. A guy that used to work for me, probably about 20, at least close to 20 years ago, at the Winn-Dixie in Gaffney, South Carolina, named Marty Reinhardt. Now, he's a few years younger than me. He's in the Air Force now, and he's in Hawaii. And Marty Reinhardt, I think Marty Reinhardt was in college then or something. He wasn't in high. He already graduated high school. I think he was kind of one of the in between college and decided what he wanted to do. And he was one of those people who worked for you, who was like one who he's going to be somebody that he's going to be something. And like this job is not good enough for his skill set, but he's kind of just hanging out here right now. That was like who he was. Like when he came in to do his job, you're like, I don't have to worry about shit. You know, I mean, just like I can relax when he did this thing. But anyway, he's a Gamecock fan. He's in Hawaii. Sent me a message the other night. He watches the show. He asked if I would like an authentic Hawaiian shirt. I'm like, hell yes, I would. And I told him what size I'm going to wear. And this showed up today in a little box on the front porch. And if I can indulge you all just for a couple minutes, sent me a letter with it. And he sent a patch with this too. And he said, Kale enclosed as promised a sweet Hawaiian shirt, a patch. Embrace the suck is a common phrase we use in the Air Force when faced with tough situations or less than ideal conditions. We embrace the suck and press on with pride. As a Gamecock, we embrace the suck of Muschamp years, but better days are yet ahead. Beamer ball, baby. I enjoy listening to your podcast along with Rob, my daily drive to and from work, and also when I'm out running PT or hanging out on one of Hawaii's many beaches. You are a credit to Gamecock Nation. Keep them coming. If I can be of service, just give me a holler. See, that's what it's all about right there. And what?
So let me make sure I got this right. This guy lives in Hawaii, is
Yes.
in the Air Force, and
Yes.
sent you a Hawaiian shirt because he likes our show.
Yes, and because he knows me. But yeah, still.
Well, there you go. That's still pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, and you know what I'm gonna do is in honor of him, and just because I like it so much, it's comfortable, man. Too. I'm going to wear this shirt every one of our podcasts until the Gamecocks lose a game.
Well, September the 12th, then you'll be out of that shirt.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Probably the next week, but every week after the Sunday night, after the Gamecocks win a game, we'll put the Hawaiian shirt back on and wear it on that one and on Wednesday night's podcast as well.
Well, that's actually a very good tribute to that gentleman that's in the.
Keep it on for at least another 4 weeks, and then at least put it on and off at least another 6 times this year. So.
Well, I appreciate the gentleman sending you that shirt. That is a very nice shirt.
You won't be wearing it much. You know where I will be wearing it? After the trip to Knoxville. Because your team is, as Uncle Lou would say, DDC, doo-doo confirmed.
Anyway, I like Jackpot's Hawaiian shirt there. It's not bad.
Wesley bad. He can't even type right. Say, in your ducking dreams. Yeah, have you seen a press conference yet with Tennessee's coach? No, I'm not. I know we're both, got a little bit of peach fuzz on our faces, Rob. Just about every other coach in the SEC is clean shaven. They're clean cut. They look professional. They look like they're ready to fucking go. This son of a bitch is at press conference. He don't even have a beard. If he had a beard, it would be proper. But he's got like 2-week peach fuzz. He was a quarterback in college, right? So if you're a quarterback in college,
yeah, he was at Oklahoma.
Yeah, you'd expect like you're in halfway decent shape. He's kicking the damn double chin, hanging down right here. I'm like, what the hell? Did you just let yourself go? Just like, you just threw 2 sheets in the wind after football was over with in college. You said, fuck personal appearance, fuck physical health, fuck it all. I mean, I don't care. I'm a heart attack on wheels. But by God, one of these days, I'm going to be the head coach at the University of Tennessee, and I'm going to make a lot of money for 2 or 3 years before they find out. Guess what? I can't coach in this shithole either, and I'm probably going to get fired. I mean, he sounds dumb. He can't even get his sentence out. Shane Beamer has swag. Shane Beamer's younger than I am. Yeah, I want to go out and run through a brick wall or in fact put my wiener in a meat grinder for him. But this guy right here just makes me laugh at him. Joke, man. Should be in a damn circus. Should have applied with Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey to bring that shit back instead of trying to bring Tennessee football back. What the fuck?
Jim Cornette has his own opinion on him. Not necessarily that one. Let's go out to the phones and welcome in a call here. Good evening. Welcome to the Rob and Cale Show.
Hey, I just want to give you a holler, tell you I was enjoying the show, and I don't like it when anybody has injuries. That's just pretty bad. I'm subscribed to Jackpot's channel.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man, I like your shirt, and we're both very hopeful this year for Carolina. I think I'm not trying to go hard, but I think Muschamp was that bad. I don't think he could develop the players he had, and I saw an article about Alabama's running backs. I tell you what, we got Marshawn Lloyd, Kevin Harris, and every now and then I'll put it on Jackpot on the comments. My hero is Condre White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that spring game, he ran through a Power 5 first string defense like they were butter. He's pretty natural.
Yeah, I think he's all right,
he's
man.
Good. I mean, he's one of those. Shane Beamer's real high on him and said he's got like a motor that won't stop. I mean, like he said, when it was like, 40 degrees out there and they were having this like their first walkthroughs after he'd just gotten hired.
Yeah.
He said he's like, this guy's like running like 90 miles an hour. He's like, what the heck is wrong with him? So, I mean, either he was trying to show out the first day and impress somebody, but he's kept on doing it is the thing. So I like him. I like the way he runs. That little kid, not little kid, I'm sure he's not a little kid. He probably something in the ground. Rashad Amos below him. He was the third string guy last year. I said he had some problems hanging on to the football in last year. So I don't know. I don't know if he got any better this year, but hopefully he has too. I mean, if so, we got like 4 guys over there. We have an embarrassment of riches in the backfield, and that's always a good thing to have. It's running back position.
We don't have.
Look at this clown over here that's a Clemson fan putting his hand on his face, laughing at me, thinking that I'm supposed to bow down to him because they got the next Christian McCaffrey in the dark, shitty corner of the upstate right now. I'm like, who cares?
I'll give you Kevin Harris, and I'll give you Marshawn Lloyd, but an embarrassment of riches. Come on, Jackpot. Come on, man. Holy shit, dude.
We haven't seen
embarrassment of riches.
We haven't seen Marshawn Lloyd yet. I saw him in high school run to a safety, jump up in there, cut a flip over him, and run in the end zone. That boy's pretty athletic.
He is. I mean, he looked like he was out there jumping high hurdles on the football field.
Yeah.
He looks like he's going to be all right.
He's like, what ACL? Huh?
No. We got four starters on the offensive line coming back. That's a plus. I'd like to see the defensive line. We got the people on there. I'd just like to see them get a little bit more nasty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I said that myself the other day in the video. I don't know if you heard that one or not. They need to get some edge, man. They get some aggressiveness. I mean, just because you were a 5-star and just because you're good and you have some technique doesn't mean, you've got to have some kind of motor. You got to want to run over somebody and put somebody's proverbial dick in the dirt if you're going to be a defensive lineman. You got to blow up plays. I don't know. Nothing that any of these guys have done has wowed me except for J.J. Kingsley Enagbare. And his biggest problem is too many flags thrown on him.
I was going to ask you about him. They say he's a terror on the outside.
Well, he is. He is.
All right, caller. Hey, man. I appreciate you calling. We're going to move on. Thank you so much.
With his presence on the outside, you think he could force?
Yeah. All right, caller. Thank you.
He should be able to force some of those plays inside, and if those guys could get a little bit of an attitude and a little bit of a nasty edge to them, that could work out not so great for opposing running games as well. So that's what we're talking about. Too much giving up too many running yards last year. It's a team effort.
I have to address Izzo's comment. He says, I log on and see this wiener grinder comment. Jackpot said that Shane Beamer inspired him enough that he would put his wiener in a meat grinder, compared to Josh Heupel, who looks like Opie from the Andy Griffith Show with the clap, basically.
I say, like Opie from the Andy Griffith Show. He looks unkempt.
I said that he looks like Opie from the Andy Griffith Show with the clap.
That's what he looks like. He doesn't look like a former quarterback to me. He looks like a former water boy and present day concession stand worker and jack off.
Oh, okay. So he's a concession stand worker, jack off. Got it. All right.
He looks like
There's your comment.
Jackpot without this beard. He just looks like before I started growing all this. I mean, he don't impress me none. He's a football coach. God dang, people. Y'all spent how much money on that? However much it was worth. You need to go ask the whatever you damn clubs, the orange and white club, the creamsicle contributors, or whatever you call your club there. It's like the Century Club and the Gamecock Club of South Carolina for a damn refund. God damn.
You fucking redneck, cousin fucking, chicken fucking, hillbilly, goddamn East Tennessee outlaw mud show piece of shit.
Yeah. Alan B. Troll says Josh Heupel equals Chum Lee from Pawn Stars. No, don't you talk about Chum Lee like that.
Yeah, Chum Lee can grow a beard.
Chum Lee and Corey look like they belong in Beverly Hills, and this guy just looks like he belongs in the damn West Virginia hills. Nah, fuck that.
Oh, goodness. All right, well, anyway.
Hey, Rick. Why don't you let me do something else? Why don't you let me buy something, man? Chumley, you can't be serious, man.
You can't be serious, Chumley. All right, well, we're gonna take calls this evening. We're also gonna talk a little bit about the injuries with Georgia, and I've got some stuff that I looked up here, so we'll go into that in a moment. But we have to thank our sponsors, Callaway's Bar and Grill out in West Columbia, Highway 1 diagonal from the Walmart. Appreciate you guys joining the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge. Jackpot says we got a ton of people that are in it, but we're going for the record. We don't do anything half-ass. It's just the way that it is. So join the Pick'em. It's $20. You get to play all season. We're going to pick 10 games in week 1, 5 games each week after that. And then at the end of the season, someone is going to win the pot. My wife has decided she wants to play this year. So we're going to let my wife in, and she will probably pick teams based on their academic standards, and she'll probably win everything. Welcome into the Rob and Kale Show. Good evening.
What's up, guys? Megan.
Hey, Megan. What's up, man? How are you?
I was going to ask. I did notice Heupel's appearance there. Do you think he's possibly trying to distract from the product that's probably going to be on the field in about 2 weeks? I mean,
Josh Heupel is so ugly, COVID won't touch him. The COVID-19 looks at him as like, nah, fuck that. we're not going to bother.
I wanted to touch on something. Crack
Sure.
Pipe, did you say embarrassment of riches a few minutes ago?
Embarrassment of riches. That is exactly what I said.
I had to cover my
I'm
face
afraid-
because I was laughing.
5-star, got the SEC's leading rusher that returns. Guess what? He's not the 5-star. He's just the other guy. He's the guy who was supposed to be the backup last year. He was the guy who was injured in 2019. And then we got a guy whose motor won't stop, who just can't turn it off. Ah, damn, I'm excited to see these guys run the ball.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. He's got a family. He's got a nice shirt on.
I can't say anything. I can't say anything, but just laughing.
Embarrassment of riches. I'm afraid you're half right, sir.
Yeah,
Hey, I'll know you. Bookcase accountability. I know I've got my own trash can, but you've got to put that up there.
Which one? The embarrassment of riches,
Yeah,
or
embarrassment of riches. Yeah. I
or
want
this
that. I
one?
want
This
that.
one's
Smart's
there.
an idiot. Kirby Smart's an idiot.
that Georgia backfield's got the doesn't have the embarrassment of riches, got the embarrassment of failure to live up to expectation.
No,
All right,
actually,
so
you know what?
Mhm.
One of the few areas I am with you, Crack Pipe, is that backfield of South Carolina. I'm joking with you, but honestly, I don't know how they weren't ranked higher in most of the preseason magazine categories. They really, I'll take that backfield right now. I really will. But
you can go to war with Kevin Harris and Marshawn Lloyd and Zakondre White too. I mean, White's a guy that I think is underrated. Those three, that's a hell of a trio there. I really believe that.
I want to address something real quick over here in the YouTube comment section. Fireball says, "Hey, Rob and Kale, have y'all ever even played high school football?" Yeah, I did. 9th grade, JV. 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, I was on the varsity at Wade Hampton High School in Greenville, South Carolina. I played on the offensive line. I played linebacker. I played a little bit of defensive line. You wouldn't think I'd play offensive line being 5'9" and 190 pounds, but I did. I was a pretty good center. I was a pretty good long snapper, and I was the backup kicker. And guess what? My whole entire varsity career, we won 4 fucking games. And then I also played in Little League from the 4th grade through the 8th grade. So, yeah, I'd say I played my share of high school football. Got my bell rung by some of the best players that you'd ever heard of. Remember Steve Smith played for the Carolina Panthers, played them in Spartanburg High School in a scrimmage. Remember Anthony Simmons also played against Spartanburg High. I was a senior. He was a sophomore. He ran over me one time. There's been a lot of them. Brandon Bennett that played for Riverside. When I was a sophomore, the first game I ever started, he was a senior for Riverside High School, and he ran over me twice. But guess what? I still made the stop both times, and I never will forget that. He ended up being a Gamecock, and when he was out there, and when I was a senior in high school, he was a sophomore at South Carolina. I was looking out there, I was like, I owned your ass.
2 questions to pile on that. Crack Pipe.
Anyway.
When you were on that D line, did you get good push?
I was low to the ground, and yeah. I mean, it's all about you gotta get leverage. I mean, them boys is all bigger than me, so I was low to the ground, yeah, got a good I don't know, center of gravity there, I guess.
Yeah.
All about that push.
Well, what do you think about today's news? You think your chances shot up a whole hell of a lot?
No, well, maybe I'm all right. So I'm just going to be honest. I did a little research. Now you can tell me whether or not I'm silly, but the tight end that you lost, what's his name is Darnell Washington, right? I looked up his backups. John Fitzpatrick was a 4-star prospect. He's considered your blocking tight end, but Brock Bowers is a guy that, well, let me finish. Brock Bowers was the 3rd best tight end in the country. I know that he's a freshman, but you seem to have some depth there. And then as far as the safety position or the nickel position there with Tyke Smith, you got 2 seniors backing him up. they weren't very highly touted coming out of high school, but they do have SEC experience. I mean, what am I missing here? I mean, is it an issue of you just didn't recruit well at safety, or Kirby Smart didn't develop the guys that are there? I mean, it's a real question. What's the issue with depth there?
You're using that gaping hole filled with manure located below your nose and above your chin to come up with that typical
Hold on. I just pulled. I just pulled the depth chart. I just pulled the depth chart from Dogs 247. Is that a viable site or not?
When you lose a 5-star who is 6'7", 280 pounds, that's going to be a big deal. That's a huge deal. I don't care who's backing them up. And you're talking about people with no experience, with the exception of Fitzpatrick, who, by the way, is also hurt. Anyway,
okay.
I'm not. Look, the comment. Here's what I called it. The comments are everybody's got injuries, and you said it today on your show. And I just had to turn your show off when you said that. Yes, they do.
Everybody has injuries. Come on now, that's real.
That is.
Everybody deals with injuries.
Else. Yes, but how about some context? How about some context here? George Pickens, probably the best offensive player we've got out. Darnell Washington, probably the best tight end we're going to have or have had in quite some time, out. Gilbert doesn't even get to play a snap. He's out. Look, how many years was Scott Cochran at Alabama?
Oh, goodness. I'd have to look that up.
A few. Yeah, a bunch. No issues whatsoever. Comes to Georgia, gone. This crap follows Will Muschamp.
All right. Well, I'm not going to argue that it follows Will Muschamp, but I have to ask you this. With the recruiting that you guys have, don't you think that there should be some development behind these guys? I'll give you the 5-star guy. I'll give you the 5-star guy. Losing him hurts. But as far as in your secondary, you should have someone else, right?
Let me stop you. You just said give you the 5-star guy. Singular, not plural, right?
Okay.
Just a guy.
Gilbert never suited up for you, Megan.
No,
he didn't have Pickens anyway.
He did come to Georgia. Tyke Smith, or however you pronounce his first name. That's a huge recruit. I don't know what his star rating was, but he's a huge recruit.
Well, he was a second-team All-American last year. He's a hell of a player. I'm not disputing that.
Yeah, and he's out. You're telling me you're making the point that we should have somebody ready to go who's every bit as talented. Meanwhile, most teams are not going to suffer that amount of injuries. By the way, we got 2 more weeks of preseason camp to go. I don't even know who's going to do that. JT Daniels getting hit by a bus on the way home today. I mean, look. What was our last conversation?
Do you think you're snake bit? I mean, I don't even know what the term is. Do you think you're just snake bit and just fuck it? Is that where we're at? I'm just asking. Then what do you want to happen, man? I mean, we use the term that injuries happen, but I'd like to know. And with the same foot injury, could it be an equipment problem? I mean, hell, I don't know, man. Something has to be going on there with that many things.
I'm on your side, but as far as your crusade, a lot of your UGAers are on the other side of the fence here, and they are just bombarding you.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. There's a bunch of Disney dogs saying that these don't matter. It's still going to be a game. We got plenty of good guys. Yeah, okay. I've been watching this team for 40 years. I know how it is.
Oh, here's the ultimate insult. Wesley Abrams said, "Holy shit, this guy sounds like a Tennessee fan."
That's fighting words right there.
You nailed it with when you said the ultimate insult. That is.
I just don't look, and it may, and I don't want to be I don't want to be the guy that is what would you call it, a Disney dog? I'm not Disney on dog. That train, but I mean you do have talent left there. It's not like you're rolling out fucking South Carolina's first string offense. You have some talent coming into the game, sir.
Find me one more team in the nation right now who's going to have more 5-stars riding the bench opening day. And it's so predictable. It is so predictable every year. Find me one team that's even close to that.
Okay.
Dare you? You're not going to. It's every year.
I mean,
every year.
Yeah, well.
It is unreal.
Brandon says you're
All
more
right.
like crying Megan tonight. I don't even know where to go with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find a stiff drink, guys. I'll let you go.
Thanks, Megan. I don't think it's that bad, man.
Shout out here, Brandon Kuhn. I pinned this one, so I will go back and answer. Jackpot, when you was at Wade Hampton, did y'all play Clinton back then? No. Clinton wasn't in the region with Wade Hampton. When I played, we played.
Did you play Jackpot?
During my time at Wade Hampton, we were 4A at first, and then we were 3A. When we were 4A, we played Dorman, East Side. We played Easley. We played T.L. Hanna. We played West Side. We played Lawrence, Malden, Hillcrest, and Travelers Rest. And then when we went to 3A, we played Travelers Rest and Greer, Riverside, East Side, all the schools here in Greenville County. Clinton, Broome, that was the one that in Spartanburg County. We played at Chapman and Greenville and Liberty. We did not play Clinton. I know that Clinton was in the region with Wade Hampton after that when they kind of didn't have a lot of 3A schools in the upstate. But no, we didn't play Clinton. But if we had, we'd probably lost to them, and pretty bad.
Out to the phones we go. Welcome into the Rob and Kale Show. Good evening.
What's up, man? This is Clemson Tiger fan.
What's up?
Hey, brother. What do you got for the program?
So I was just gonna say, calling into old Beggin, everybody was giving him a hard time, and I understand it. You know, he was kind of, you know, it looks like the whole world is falling, but like, I mean, it happens to everybody. Like, look at us. We lost Ross. Our defense was injured as all get out last year throughout the whole year. They weren't out, but they were playing at like 50. But everybody's playing at 50% by the end of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but if you remember from last season, Clemson played last season without Justin Ross, without Xavier Thomas for the majority of the season. I mean, teams end up, Justin Foster, another guy that was highly touted. You know, it's just. I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, I get where he's coming from an extent, but it's not. If you have all of this talent that you're bringing in there,
exactly,
all of this talent, then what the fuck are your coaches doing?
Like
I mean,
Carolina
I'm serious.
Fans and Tennessee fans are sitting there and just like thinking we're idiots because we got 5 stars on 5. Like, I understand he's not going to be the starter because he's not the person behind him's not the starter. But you're the elite program. That's look at Ohio State when they won on their 3rd string quarterback. It's next man up mentality. That's how it is. You know, you got to have that next guy come up. That's why you recruit.
Right.
Georgia's won the recruit national championship for 80 years in a row. You're not going to get any sympathy for anybody. Yeah, it sucks that we don't want to see anybody get hurt, but you know, excuses are excuses.
Well, I don't wish hurt on anybody and all as far as these young kids or whatever, but I don't think that it's a complete world of doom and gloom that, you know, Georgia has no chance now. I don't think that at all. They've got a shit ton of talent over there. You know how many teams would kill for that fucking defensive line that they've got? I'm just saying, just slow down a little bit there, Baggin' Mag. Holy shit, dude.
Exactly. Like, I mean, especially that Gilbert. Like, why is everybody whining about Gilbert? He ain't played in like 2 or 3 years. He's going to go to a freaking D2 school, and that's where he's going to play out the rest of his career. Be probably halfway decent. You got to get your head on straight. If he's never played a snap for you, why are you going to be sad that you ain't got him? You're back to square one where you had him before.
Well, but in fairness, I don't think the average Georgia fan was really counting on Pickens. The smart Georgia fans, excuse me, Gilbert. I think they were counting on Pickens though, who's projected to be a first round wide receiver. You lose that guy, you lose the safety that transferred in from West Virginia, and now you lose your big tight end. The other thing that is interesting is that Washington, the tight end, had 6 catches in his career. 5 of them were in the last 4 games. So he was finally starting to get it. But I don't know, man. I don't think that Georgia's completely screwed. So
I think there's like a few positions. Like, I mean, if DJ goes down tomorrow, I mean, we'll probably still beat Carolina and several. We'll probably still win a good bit, but we're going to lose probably 3 to 4 games, maybe. I mean, if DJ goes down, that's a season-ending injury right there. But
Right.
you know, it's 1 or 2 players. Like,
Really?
I
mean,
don't know.
why
It's like
though? With all that elite level
What?
talent, that elite defensive line, that Brian Brzee and Miles
Well, that's the
Murphy, all
thing.
the
Like, I mean, they
y'all are going to
still
allow
need to
anything
rely on
on
our defense
defense
to win
side
us
of the
the game.
football, Mr. Neck Roll, and I mean, y'all could just beat teams up by, just forcing turnovers. Really, I mean, y'all could conceivably score more points defensively with that great defense that y'all have, and not even have to field an offense.
Yeah, I kind of actually I agree with Tanner. I think we go 10-2 without DJ. We lose the games that we definitely wouldn't lose with DJ.
I mean, is Wes Helms that terrible of a backup quarterback? Is Ty? I mean, and if he plays,
Fomachu may be back. So stop it. Fomachu, get it right.
Fomachu.
I'm not gonna lie. I do not like. I don't Tyson. Every time I've seen Tyson play, it hasn't looked good. I don't know. Like I know the coaches rave about him, but every single time I've seen Tyson play, he doesn't play good at all. I don't know about y'all, but I have not seen him play a good snap yet.
I know. Here it goes. Well, we beat them.
Oh goodness. I don't know. I just don't think. I think I agree. I mean, you got talent. It's next man up mentality. Like, yes, depending on what position it is, I think you could be all doom and gloom. Because I guess doom and gloom, and we're not winning the national championship if we lose DJ Uiagalelei. We're still gonna have a good season, but we want to get to the ACC championship. We want to get to the national championship. Georgia wants to get to the SEC championship. Wants to get to the national championship. So I can see it, but at the same time, when you're that good, when you win the recruit national championship 5, 8, 9, 10 years in a row, it's next man up. So.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for calling the show, buddy. We appreciate it.
Daniel Moore says
right.
Clemson fans sound so moronic talking about development and coaching advantage coming out of a blowout loss. And that's true. Walt over on Walt's show was talking about that and talking about giving excuses about how not having Tony Elliott for that game really cost you.
Oh, goodness. Welcome into the Rob and Kale Show. Good evening.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
Good.
Good, man. What you got for the program?
I'm a Tennessee fan, and I really don't have a whole lot of room to talk shit over the last couple of years, but I just wanted to say that why is Georgia always doing less with more? They're always super stacked, super talented, and always just tend to lose those games. And I hate South Carolina because I'm a Tennessee fan.
Kirby Smart's an idiot. Kirby Smart's an idiot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hands down. Hands down. The dude's no better than Mark Richt. But here's my thing right here. It's like, and I hate South Carolina. I'm a Tennessee fan. Tennessee's kind of owns South Carolina. Anyway, but the fact that Georgia always finds, over the last 10 years, Georgia has always found a way to lose to South Carolina. And I don't understand that. I mean.
They hadn't always found a way to lose to us. They lost to us in 20.
Always, you know what I mean? I mean, just always the year they're supposed to go and win the whole damn thing, they lose to South Carolina every year.
They went like a 5-year stretch without losing to us. Georgia can't beat Alabama. That's their problem. I mean,
Curtis can't make a half adjustment.
They got to.
It's the same as Jeremy Pruitt at Tennessee. Can't make a half-time adjustment.
They lost to LSU and they lost to the Gamecocks, but I mean they can't beat Alabama when it's time to beat Alabama. So I mean, if they can't do that, I mean,
but what I'm saying is in these big games, Kirby Smart's not been able to make a halftime adjustment, and obviously Kirby Smart's an idiot. We've all heard the damn thing 100 times tonight. It's hilarious. It's cracking me up.
Is Tennessee still
That is
considered?
good.
Is Tennessee?
I can't help it.
Tennessee still considered rivals of Alabama?
You know, I would like to think so, but probably not. It's more of a damn. It's a toss.
Yeah,
We're gonna lose
bigger
that game
rivals
every year,
they are. The
and it's been shitty.
the game.
You know, I've been a Tennessee fan since 2006,
Tennessee has.
so my life has sucked really, really bad for a long time.
Why?
Just being honest, because we've lost a shit ton of games. We've averaged 5 wins over the last 10 years.
When was the last time? When was
been
the
a rough
last
time.
time?
You know, we beat South Carolina pretty consistently, though. That's cool.
When was the last time during your lifetime that Tennessee beat Alabama?
I think it was 2004.
It was a year before Phil Fulmer got fired, I believe.
How old?
We
How
had
old,
Hurricanes that
how
year. We
old
went to
fella
the
are
SEC.
you?
We went to the SEC championship.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
Oh shit! So when you were really young was when they were winning a national championship.
Well, when I was,
Man,
I mean, I was.
Hold on. This poor guy wasn't there when. This poor guy wasn't there when Peyton Manning was teabagging people in the locker room. He doesn't know anything about that.
He was young. He was very young.
No. It's all based on legend. It's all word of mouth these days. You know.
Oh,
it's like,
please!
You know, it's a hard time being a Tennessee fan. You know, because
Peyton Manning was teabagging motherfuckers in the locker room. Come on now, everybody knows
I heard
that.
about that one.
In the early '90s, when South Carolina first went there.
But I will say, right now, that the two worst coaches in recent years about managing quarterbacks has been Kirby Smart and Jeremy Pruitt. Now, I'm not saying they haven't had this. Like, obviously, Tennessee and Georgia have not had the same level of talent to deal with the last couple of years, you know. But I've never, because if Georgia kept Justin Fields, they would have won like 4 national championships. You know, if Jeremy Pruitt would have benched Jarrett Garantano 2 years ago, we would have lost to Georgia
If
State.
they kept him, they'd have won 4 national championships. They didn't know what to do with him the 1 year they had him.
Exactly. Like that fake punt in the SEC championship a couple years ago was probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. You know, and I'm just gonna sit here and talk shit just because I can't. You know, just because my life sucks. I'm a Tennessee fan. It's a hard time. You know.
Yeah. Hard times, baby.
Shit. I mean, it's almost as bad as being a South Carolina fan. You know.
All right, caller. Thank you for calling in. We appreciate it. We can just let him go on all night. What does he know about hard times, Jackpot?
I don't know.
Oh goodness. Anyway, we also have to thank our sponsor Dennis Wilson from DNC Trucking and Transport. Fireside Chats with Uncle Jackpot. Jackpot, spit us some facts, sir.
Have I not already done this?
No.
We're 45 minutes in. Okay, well, let me get to it real quick. Let me gravitate over that way. It sucks to be a Gamecock. Our depth quarterback is so thin, we have to use graduate assistants from North Dakota State to fill out the depth chart. Please join our pick'em. My picks are shit. You can mock me. It sucks to be a Gamecock. Go Tigers. Rob, note to self, we need to talk about the frequently asked questions about the pick'em tonight before we get off here.
Caller, go ahead.
Hey, this is Dan. How's it going, guys?
Hi, Dan.
What's up, Dan?
Hey, so look, I'm a Georgia fan. It sucks with all the injuries, but I'm just going to say this.
Kirby
all
Smart's
we
an
can
idiot.
do is line up and play you guys, man. I mean, that's all we can do. You know, like all we can do is line up and play you guys. You may beat us by 30. You may beat us by 3. We may win by 3, but all we can do is line up and play. You know, I mean, like you guys
there
said,
you go.
Got good ball players. Coach them up, right? I mean, that's all you can do.
Well, I mean, you could coach them up, but
Kirby Smart's an idiot.
I'm just saying. Hey, caller, thank you for that, man. I'm just saying, look, if it comes down to coaching, I feel bad for Georgia, but you have talent, so let's just stop.
Well, listen, Clemson fan. You guys aren't going to talk to me about a coaching advantage when you got blown out in your last game, all right? So,
Brother, do you really want to talk about getting blown out in last game? You lost to fucking Florida with their coach's wife tonguing players. Don't even start with me with that bullshit. Do we need to talk about Georgia's losses to teams? Get out of here with that nonsense. Clemson lost. Clemson's games that they lost were in the college football playoff.
8 points. You
Holy
beat
shit.
that team by 8 points. You said you were their daddy, and you got blown out of the stadium. So maybe tone down on the coaching advantage.
Look, I tell you what. Here's what I'll do. Okay, I will take Clemson's offensive coordinator Tony Elliott. I'll take Clemson's quarterback coach Brandon Streeter over Kirby Smart. Okay, Kirby Smart is a fucking failure.
I'm going to say this.
Failure.
You're going to believe what you're going to believe. I'm going to tell you this. Every single time people talk about Kirby being a moron, he beats the teams he plays. Florida says the same damn thing, and they end up with a loss. So,
well, you know what? I didn't say this. I didn't say this. An actual Georgia fan said this.
Smart's an idiot.
I didn't say that. A Georgia fan did. So your own fan base thinks that.
Really? You guys were 1-4 against Kirby.
Brother, the guy that said that's a fucking Georgia fan. It's Beggin' Megan that said that, not me. A Georgia fan said Kirby Smart's an idiot, not me. You got your own fan base fighting at each other, man. Not me.
Here's the truth, guys. Here's the truth. All right?
Sure. Okay.
Georgia's coaching is good 90% of the time. Clemson's coaching is good 90% of the time. The other 10%, kind of dog shit. And versus Ohio State, it was dog shit. You guys got something to prove. We got something to prove. We'll see you September 4th.
Okay. Well, good luck with that, sir. Hopefully it'll work out for both. Man, he's upset.
It wasn't because it was dog shit. It was because your offensive coordinator was missing because of the COVID.
He's upset, Jackpot. He's upset, sir.
He's an idiot. Not him, Walt.
Walt is an idiot.
If your offense is that damn good, it should. If you have the first round draft pick in the NFL draft playing quarterback, and you have another first rounder at running back, it shouldn't matter that your offensive coordinator has COVID and he couldn't be in the press box. Sorry.
By the way, the offense wasn't the problem against Ohio State. It was the defense against Ohio State that was the problem. So, people that just stop with that.
We watched it, remember, together. As family, we watched it together.
We should have held hands and fed each other grapes.
You suffered. You embraced the suck.
Beggin' Megan's a negative Georgia fan. Hall & Oates says, remember when people respected Georgia back when Vince Dooley...
Hard times are when the textile workers around this country are out of work. They got 4 or 5 kids and can't pay their wages, can't buy their food.
Damn right.
Exactly. Damn right. All right. Well, 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. I want to put out something here to the folks that are watching the show. If you see Beggin' Megan in public, I agree with Alan. Go up and give him a hug. Beggin' Megan needs a hug. So anybody that sees Beggin' Megan, I think he lives down in Tallahassee, go give him a hug. There you go.
He lives in Gainesville area. Hey.
Gainesville. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Did you see that the freshman for Alabama, Kool-Aid McKinstry, signed an NIL with Kool-Aid?
No way.
They have a kid. He's a safety. He plays on defense. He's a defensive back, freshman, highly talented kid, highly recruited kid named Kool-Aid McKinstry, and he has signed an NIL with Kool-Aid.
Okay, terrific. Jackpot, we have to talk about this before we get out of here. You put a video out about.
I got me some motherfucking Kool-Aid.
I like Kool-Aid. Anyway, before we get out of here, you put out a video on the folks with South Carolina basically getting their GA, and people being upset about that. I kind of mocked it a little bit earlier, but in reality, what you said on your video makes a lot of sense. If you've got a guy that was good enough to play at Iowa State and then play at North Dakota State, and he's on your staff as a graduate assistant. You have some issues in the quarterback room as far as having enough just bodies there. Makes a hell of a lot of sense to have to get this guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, why would you not? I mean, that's resourceful. I mean, if his name was Connor Shaw, would people have laughed about it and besmirched it? I mean, granted, Connor Shaw was eligible for the NFL draft, so I mean, he couldn't conceivably do that. But I mean, what's the big fucking problem? Why is that a big deal? Why is everybody damn bitching about it? Why are they making fun of it? What's the big deal? He will never see a down of action. He will never play a snap as a Gamecock quarterback on the field. He's there for depth. I mean, you got to have somebody to run the scout team offense, and then you got to have a second stringer on the scout team offense in case that kid gets hurt. Correct? I mean,
correct.
What the fuck are you supposed to do? I mean, you got to run Florida's offense for next week. Okay. Say you got whatever his name is, Connor Jordan, Ken DeMichael, running the scout team offense. He's running Dan Mullen's fucking offense. Say Connor Jordan is a damn Emory Jones running around, and he gets knocked down and it hurts his fucking leg. And he can't do the damn Emory Jones offense. Well, guess what? Now we've got Zeke Zebekiah, whatever his damn name is, from Iowa State. There's a graduate assistant that can jump in there and do it. I mean, some teams would be salivating to have that. I think it's great. Shane
By the way,
he's smart. He and I think alike, even though, he was not my hire. He wasn't my pick from the beginning. He looks at things like I do. I called it Saturday morning when I made the damn Luke Doty video, and I said, wouldn't surprise me, wouldn't shock me to see De'Carrion Joyner go back to the quarterback room. Guess what? Saturday evening, he tells everybody that they found a little package for him to play quarterback. Shock. Big shock. But I put it out on Gamecock Twitter. I'm like, what's the bets that DK goes back to the quarterback room? None. He's not. None. It's not happening. None. None. I'm like, y'all are fucking idiots. Okay. Well then, guess what happens? He goes back to the quarterback room, and I'm just like sitting over here like.
By the way,
I knew that would happen because he has said on multiple occasions that he's here to help this team. He'll do whatever he has to do to get on the field. And there you go. I mean, there you go.
Goddamn. Anyway, somebody posted a highlight of I think is it Zeb Nolan, whatever the hell his name is.
Zeb Nolan.
That's his name, right?
Yep.
Anyway, someone posted a highlight of him when he was at Iowa State throwing a touchdown pass, and he looked pretty damn good. Welcome into the Rob and Kale Show. Good evening.
Hey, good evening. How are you guys?
Good, man. What you got for the program?
Do what?
What you got for the program this evening, sir? Go ahead.
Oh, I just came to talk about my Tennessee Volunteers. Whoop, whoop.
What would you like to tell us about your Volunteers and their OPS looking coach?
The last time I've heard Tennessee Volunteers and the words "whoop whoop" followed afterwards by since at least 2016. But go ahead.
Is he still trashing on Tennessee?
No, I'm not. I'm just talking facts. But
he ain't got nothing good to say about Tennessee, man.
I do. I like their colors. I like the dog. I like the stadium. I like the fan base. I think they're passionate, and I like your coach and his 5 o'clock shatter.
You like the coach?
I don't like their coach, but go ahead.
Hey, Josh, will take us to the promised land. I'll tell you what. But anyways, I just wanted to go
Liberty Bowl.
Because I do what?
What's the promised land? Is it Liberty Bowl?
What's the promised land? The Liberty Bowl or the Toilet Bowl?
Road trip to Memphis.
No, we'll probably go to the Outback Bowl or something like that.
Maybe you can see a punter there that decided it was great to transfer from
He'll go out
Tennessee.
back behind the Liberty
at
Bowl and
Memphis.
take a piss.
Yeah, we didn't need him anyway. He sucked.
Hey, yeah, you'll be outside the stadium like Jackpot outside Turner Field pissing, where the little girl's looking at him while he's pissing on the
It wasn't
sidewalk.
Turner Field. It was Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. I was behind the picket fence. She like,
Oh.
she like, look at him pissing.
Hey, yeah, but I just wanted to say that October 9th will be the day that y'all chickens will realize that Tennessee is more than y'all think.
Okay.
Hey, congratulations. You're beating a rebuilding South Carolina team that has the Muschamp stench. If that's the best that you can do, I don't even want to hear shit. There better not be one Tennessee fan that comes in here running their mouth if they beat South Carolina. South Carolina is completely fucking rebuilding. They had one of the worst coaches in the history of the
That's not gonna happen.
coaching for them. Jesus Christ. Come on, dude. Yeah, okay, friend.
Huh?
Okay, buddy.
You know,
I appreciate it, man.
After that game, they're going to be talking about on that Talking Vols podcast. We played South Carolina last night. Came up a little bit short.
I'll be damned. With what's his face? With Josh Heupel as our quarterback, as our coach, we ain't losing. And I think Joe Milton's gonna be QB1.
You gotta be shitting me.
All right, caller. Hey, thanks for calling the show, caller. We appreciate Tennessee fans going to the McDonald's and using the Wi-Fi to call. We appreciate that, buddy.
Hey, let me say this real quick. In the next
Sure.
5 years, in the next 5 years, mark my words, we will win a national championship.
Thank you, caller.
Oh my God! Hey, Rob, I just pulled up that soundbite on YouTube so I could play it. The Price is Right losing horn. Most of them are like 6 seconds and 5 seconds. So one of these, Price is Right losing horn. It's a 6-second video clip on YouTube. Has 1.4 million views. Somebody
Izzo is right.
This is for real. Somebody has, and this has 56.4 thousand views, which is crazy. 6 years ago, hashtag 10 hours channel. 10 hours of The Price is Right losing horn. And this video lasts for 10 hours and 1 second. How the fuck? What do you do? I mean, you just play it all night to look to sleep to? Let's get a sample of it. If I had to listen to that for about 5 minutes more, I'd lock myself in a room and shoot myself.
Yeah, exactly.
10 hours.
Izzo's right. They might win in volleyball. I'll give him that. Holonote says, "I'll bet you my sister's tits Tennessee won't win a natty in 5 years."
What?
I got people betting titties. They're betting their sister's titties. Holy shit! This show has gone to hell tonight. Oh my God, you guys are killing me. Jackpot, we gotta talk about the pick'em contest. Apparently, people are having issues. It's very simple. Go to the website. It's in the description for the show. Okay, right there. There's a link. You click that. You send Jackpot $20. You get in the contest. It's very simple. You pick 10 games against the spread. We will post them all games by Tuesday of the game week. So 10 games for week 1, 6 games the rest of the way. We'll do 10 games for the conference championships. The Sunday after the conference championship is over, we will send someone the money. So there you go. It's not that hard. Okay. If you have issues, it's very simple. Just send me a message. You can do that on Twitter at Rob Sounds Good. You can also find me on Facebook. You can email me It's on the website, but it's rosanders1979@gmail.com. This is not hard, ladies and gentlemen. It's not hard.
Yeah, I'm getting
Like
that in
Jackpot.
Carolina Jackpot too. Email or hit me up on the Twitter DMs at Hall_Kale, or on the Facebook at Kale Hall. If you look like you're halfway sane, I'll accept your friend request. And also, you can hit me at Kale8670. That's Kale8670 at AOL.com, or at jdclowney11@gmail.com. Either one of those I'll answer to, and I'll answer your questions. But I mean, bookmark the link that we put in the description box of all these videos where you go to make your payment at. Just bookmark that link, because you'll go back there all the time during the season on Mondays, and you can pull out the picks, make the picks, and put your email address in there, and that's about all there is to it. It's not hard to do. Now, there's a lot of new people in here now, and I fully expect all the people that have been in here for years and years to get in. We're probably going to have a big flux of them in the next couple of weeks of all these folks, and then it's really going to be a contest. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Can you address Brent's comment here, sir?
Which one?
The one that I've got highlighted on the screen here.
If Clemson wins versus Georgia, Jackpot has to sit on my lap and rub it. Rub what? Your lap? Or sir, I ain't sitting on any man's fucking lap. I don't care. I never said Clemson. I never said it was a damn a shoe-in that Clemson would beat anybody, or that in effect Georgia would beat anybody. So fuck that. Clemson would beat anybody, or that fuck that shit.
Anyway, Jackpot's not rubbing shit.
Look at that. Pigskin
He might touch Hall and Oates' sister's tits, though. He already put those up.
Pigskin Pete's starting a live stream. He's piggybacking off of our success here, and he's got some viewers over there on his side. I'm going to have to call him to that and see what they got. He's got somebody named Gold and Blue Dude. He's a West Virginia fan, old Gold and Blue Dude is. Rob, did you know that such a thing existed after the 2011 Orange Bowl? Apparently they still do. I'm going to call in there tonight and say, how far has your program fallen since the 2011 Orange Bowl?
Good point, sir. Good point. All right.
It's not a point. It's fact. It's fact. I'm asking about it.
Okay, I was agreeing with you, sir.
Head on over there tonight when we get y'all. When you get done here, head on over to Pigskin Pete. I'm calling in to ask the Gold and Blue Dude how they feel about their program since they woodshaded Clemson in 2011.
Oh, goodness.
Kirby Smart's an idiot.
With that, this show is a wrap.